Hello, friends. In this video, I want to give you an example of how the conversation in our head can change the outcome in our life. You in? It's so powerful, these sentences in our brain and what we choose to believe and what else is possible. Because I'm sick and tired of believing the negative, and I'm not that girl anymore. And it's the best thing ever to own who I am and to be true to myself. I'm Wendolyn Davis. I'm a certified life coach who empowers you to believe in yourself with unshakable confidence. And I love these people I get to work with. So many changes in their life, in their relationships with others, but mainly in their relationship with their self, and how they are showing up because they are owning their power and they are believing in themselves and they're kicking butt on their obstacles and they're fighting their demons and dragons and all that stuff. We all have negative chatter, but they're choosing not to focus on it and they're learning the power of managing their mind. That's what I help people do. And it is the best thing ever. And I continue to work on myself. A while back, I heard a motivational speaker. Her name is Lisa Nichols. I guess she has lots of books too. She is amazing. She told the story of when she was 15 and was on the swim team, and she practiced, practiced, practiced. And no matter what, she always came in last. Didn't matter if it was a 6-lane race, an 8-lane race, a 10-lane race, she always came in last. And she had had 13 swim meets. And she was sick and tired of losing and only coming home with that honorable mention, which her brother would make fun of her for, as her mom would post them on the wall. And he would call it the loser's shrine. She was sick and tired of losing. And she's like, I'm going to go to my grandma's and talk with her because I can trust her. And she's a reliable source to talk to. And so she went over to talk with grandma and she told her, look, I'm tired of losing. Doesn't matter what I do. I practice, I do all these things, and I'm going to quit. And grandma says, you're going to what? And she says, I'm going to quit, ma'am. And her grandma's like, sit down. Let me tell you about our ancestors. Let me tell you what's in our DNA. And she told some stories of their ancestors who never gave up, who had to work, work, work to survive, but they did not give up. And she told her, winners never quit and quitters never win. And so she left grandma's house that, okay, I guess I can't quit and I'm not going to talk to grandma again when I want to. So she shows up the next day for her swim meet. And to her dismay, her whole family was in the gym. Now, her family hadn't been to her swim meets before because they were busy working, but grandma told everybody, and they were all there. And she was horrified. She's like, not only am I going to lose, now I'm going to lose in front of my whole family. And so she went to the judge and she said, can I just get my honorable mention now? And he's like, you missed the race for the 15 and 16-year-olds. He's like, but hey, coach, can she race in the 17 and 8-year-old match? And she was like, oh no, 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 no. I can't fight against them. They eat me for bait. No, no. And her coach's like, yeah, she needs to practice. And she's like, no. And the judge is like, there's the middle lane. It's open. And with her coach's encouragement, she got in that middle lane. And she looked to the girl to the left and the girl to the right. And she's like, tried to smile at them. And she's noticing how they look. And she's got her cute barrettes in and her lace swimsuit. And these girls are into Speedo swim caps, Speedo swimsuits. And she's feeling even smaller. And the negative chatter, yeah, what are you doing? All that stuff. Oh, you're going to embarrass your family, all this stuff. But then she remembered her talk with grandma and she started saying, wait, but it's in me to win. And what if I trust God? And what if, she changed the conversation in her head. So that gun went off and she dove in and started saying, winners never quit, quitters never win. Winners never quit, quitters never win. And she looked over her shoulder and somebody was equal with her. And she's like, oh, I guess I'm not going to be dead last this time. And she kept swimming. Winners never quit, quitters never win. She got to the end and she looked around and nobody was there. And she's like, oh, I'm dead last and they all have left the pool. And then her coach is up there screaming and running towards her. Look what's happening. What did you do? And she's like, was I supposed to swim another lap? And her coach is like, no, you just won. You just broke the national record for 17 and 18-year-olds. And her coach said, what did you do different? And she's thinking and she's like, well, um, oh yeah, I went to my grandma's yesterday and she told me winners never quit, quitters never win. And that's what I was telling myself. And her coach says, what were you telling yourself before? And she's like, I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose. That simple flip in the story in her head changed everything. That she won, that she broke the record because of the story in her head. So the only variable that changed was the conversation and her belief in herself. So my question to you is, what's the conversation in your head? And do you want to keep believing it? Before I knew what I know now, because I love to swim laps, and when I was in my anxiety phase, I would come swim laps, and I had been starting meditations. This was about 8 years ago, and there was a mantra stuck in my head, and it says, "Love guides me, strength surrounds me, and peace fulfills me." And I would swim saying that over and over and over, and it's just like, wow, that story in my head, whatever I was anxious about, had lessened. So I didn't realize then what I know now. So, my friends, what's something you can tell yourself? And simply, winners never quit, quitters never win, or a mantra that can give you strength wherever you are in your life to keep you moving forward so that you can become the version of you that you were meant to be. Because it's within all of us to become and to rise above and to shine. All right, my friends, I'm ready to swim my laps. So it's a beautiful day. I love sharing these stories with you. And if you're ready to uplevel your life and you want to have more, then sign up for that free consult. I have a special going on right now where you get a discount. And if you tell your friend, you get even more of a discount. The details are in the description. So I look forward to meeting you and helping you kick butt on your challenges and rise above and become. Bye.